From the start, shocking inconsistencies clouded the case. Why was Marilyn's bed supposedly made and the sheets washed before the police arrived? Why were some emergency calls delayed? And, most intriguingly, why did her psychiatrist's notes simply disappear mysteriously? Marilyn was no stranger to the pressures of fame, but in the years before her death, her life became entangled with the highest levels of power. Her rumored relationships with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy brought whispers of political scandal. But some say Marilyn wasn't just a lover, she was a confidant. She knew things the public wasn't meant to know. On the night of her death, Marilyn reportedly made numerous phone calls. Some friends claim she was anxious, others say she was determined to expose truths. Yet her final hours remain shrouded in mystery, with conflicting timelines and witness testimonies. The scene at her home appeared staged to some investigators. Empty pill bottles carefully arranged. No signs of struggle, but questions about how the drugs were consumed linger. Was it really a suicide, or was someone else involved in her final moments? One of the most chilling theories centers around a red diary Marilyn supposedly kept, filled with names, dates, and secrets of covert operations during the Cold War. The diary was never found, leading many to speculate that it was confiscated by government agents to silence her. Now, if you've ever watched one of those crime dramas, you know that forensics can be a game changer. But in Marilyn's case, the supposed forensic evidence adds another layer to the intrigue. According to the official report, the barbiturates were found in her system, suggesting a drug-induced sleep. However, critics question the handling of these samples, pointing out potential contamination or tampering. Some argue the lab results were manipulated to support a predetermined narrative, raising doubts about what truly ended Marilyn's life. The official story goes like this. After a night of partying, Marilyn returned home alone, took a dose of barbiturates and slipped into eternal slumber. Her lifeless form was discovered by our housekeeper the following afternoon. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Well, not so fast. Marilyn was known for her love of parties, but was she really alone that fateful night? Eyewitnesses claim to have seen strange men lurking around her house, hinting at a possible intrusion. And if we're talking about break-ins, let's not forget Marilyn's previous encounter with a prowler. When confronted by this intruder, she reportedly fled, leaving behind her prized possessions, including her red diary. Could this incident have pushed her over the edge? Adding another twist to the tale, Marilyn had a peculiar habit of keeping her pills in unusual places, like inside hollowed-out books or tucked away in picture frames. So when investigators found empty bottles at the scene, it raised eyebrows. Had Marilyn accidentally overdosed, or was there foul play at foot? The official explanation: Marilyn filled her bathtub with water, popped a handful of pills, and waited for the end. But many find this account hard to swallow, questioning why she would choose such a dramatic and undignified exit. The first theory points to a government cover-up. Marilyn's connection to the Kennedys and her knowledge of sensitive information may have made her a threat to national security. Some insiders believe she was silenced to protect powerful interests. The second theory involves the hand of the mafia. Her associations with organized crime figures complicate the narrative. Was she caught in the deadly crossfire of political and criminal powers? And the third theory suggests suicide with a cover-up. Marilyn may have taken her own life, but those around her, wanting to protect reputations, altered the scene and official reports, creating the facade of a solved case. But which theory holds the most weight? Let's examine the evidence. If we're talking about the government conspiracy theory, let's start with Marilyn's close ties to the Kennedy brothers. Her relationship with President Kennedy was well documented, from the infamous Happy Birthday, Mr. President performance to intimate moments at private parties. This wasn't just a fling. It allegedly went deep, touching upon shared ideologies and even hints of marriage. Meanwhile, her connection with Robert Kennedy the Attorney General, added another layer of intrigue. He was said to be protective of Marilyn, even going as far as to arrange secret liaisons. These connections opened a window into the world of high-level politics, where Marilyn could have inadvertently stumbled upon sensitive information. Imagine being at the wrong place at the wrong time, overhearing conversations that you shouldn't. Could Marilyn's diary have captured these moments? What if she unknowingly had become a witness to something she shouldn't have seen? That's where the idea of the Red Diary comes in. Supposedly, it was filled with details of covert operations and classified information. If true, it could have shaken the foundations of the country. The implications are staggering. Think about the impact if such secrets were exposed. Panicked whispers in the corridors of power, hushed tones in the Oval Office, and a media frenzy that would make today's headlines seem tame. But let us shift our focus now to the man who might have held the key to this mystery, Marilyn's psychiatrist, Dr. Rolf Greenson. He was more than just a therapist. He was a trusted confidant, someone she leaned on during her darkest hours. But here's the puzzling part. He was scheduled to visit Marilyn the very next day after her death. What could he have possibly told investigators about her state of mind, her thoughts, her fears? Tragically, we may never know. His detailed notes were supposed to shed light on Marilyn's journey through her final days, weeks, maybe even months, but they vanished, just like that. Now, how could this happen? In the era of paper charts and filing cabinets, losing such crucial documentation seems almost inconceivable. It begs the question, were these notes more damaging than anyone anticipated? Could they have painted a picture that those in power wanted to keep hidden? And let's not forget the intriguing characters who populated Marilyn's inner circle. From her acting coach to her personal secretary, each had a glimpse into her life, her worries, and her dreams. They could have provided invaluable insight into Marilyn's state of mind, the pressures she faced, and the secrets she held close. But as time went on, many of them seemed to fade from the public eye, leaving behind a wall of silence. Were they intimidated? Did they face threats? Or were they simply protecting their own interests? Their silence only adds to the enigma, leaving us to piece together the fragments of a shattered life. Now let's talk about the enigmatic figure who was found by Marilyn's side, her housekeeper, Eunice Murray. She was more than just a domestic worker. She was a constant presence in Marilyn's life, privy to her daily routines and habits. When she discovered Marilyn's lifeless form, she became a vital witness, offering a first-hand account of the scene. But here's where the story takes a turn. According to her testimony, she had actually called the house doctor before contacting the police. This detail raised eyebrows, leading many to question the sequence of events. Was this delay intentional to hinder medical intervention, or was it simply a misguided attempt to handle the situation discreetly? The fact remains that valuable minutes ticked by without immediate medical help, raising questions about whether lives could have been changed had things been different. As we delve deeper into the mystery, we come across another puzzling aspect of Marilyn's demise, the toxicology report. At first glance, it paints a clear picture: barbiturates in her system, a lethal dose, a straightforward explanation. But hold on a second. These barbiturates were commonly prescribed, meaning access to them wasn't restricted. Marilyn, known for her struggles with anxiety and insomnia, could have obtained them through a simple prescription. Suddenly, the narrative shifts from a calculated hit to a tragic mistake, a botched attempt at self-medication. But if this was the case, why the delay in calling the authorities? Why was there a meticulous effort to ensure that the scene remained undisturbed? And then there's the theory that pulls the mafia into the spotlight. Marilyn's association with mob figures raises a chilling possibility. What if she stumbled upon something she shouldn't have, crossed paths with the wrong people, or unwittingly become entangled in a dangerous game? In the world of organized crime, loose ends are tied up swiftly and quietly. Could Marilyn have been silenced to protect the mafia's interests? But if that's the case, why hasn't there been any credible evidence to surface over the years? Where are the witnesses? Where are the whistleblowers willing to shed light on this shadowy conspiracy? In the end, the truth may lie somewhere in the shadows, elusive yet persistent. Marilyn's untimely demise was a spectacle, a tragedy that left the world in shock. But beneath the sensationalism, there are whispers of a life cut short, a soul in need of answers. So here's to unraveling the threads of deceit, untangling the web of lies, and seeking justice for Marilyn. We may never fully grasp the darkness that surrounded her final moments, but we can strive to keep her memory alive. As we continue to peel back the layers of this enduring mystery, we must ask ourselves, how much do we really know about the glamorous facade of Hollywood? And in the pursuit of truth, how far would you go? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of one of America's most enduring mysteries. If you've been captivated by this tale, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Share your thoughts, theories, and any additional information you might have in the comments below. Your engagement fuels my passion for uncovering more hidden truths. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Together, we can continue to unravel the secrets that shape our world. Until next time, stay curious, keep asking questions, and remember, the truth often lies where the shadows are deepest.